Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. Just want to chat with y'all, spread some knowledge with y'all, talk with y'all about something that's very important. And I know, like, for my people out there, for my ladies, my women, my female supporters, like, all of us go through stuff. Now, I don't know none of y'all's backstory, but this is something that does still go on to this day. And what I want to talk with y'all about is domestic violence. And and this is a video also from my men too, my guys that deal with anger issues, that, have bad tempers, my guys that are hurt, and and also my guys that grew up without a father figure in their life, that's been through a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. Like they say, hurt people hurt people. What I want to discuss with y'all about is domestic violence. Domestic violence is not the answer. It doesn't matter how angry you get. It doesn't matter if like a woman pushes a man's button to the point where she says something and he got mad about it. He got pissed off, to the point where he puts his hands on her or he tries to like kill her or strangle her. Domestic violence is not the answer. I mean, really, like a man putting his hands on a woman is not the answer. I mean, really a man putting like his hands on a woman. I mean, to be honest with you, that's actually, pussy to do. That's like a pussy move for a man to do, to put his hands on a woman. Like he beats his woman every day. He punches her, he hits her, he calls her all types of names, verbally abusive and physically abusive. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many arguments you have, cause I also know, like, for my men, I know some of y'all have been in some situations where a woman has said something to you so disrespectful to the point that it made you so mad that you wanted to choke. You probably wanted to choke her to death, but instead you didn't do that. You just walked out, you got yourself cooled off, you ended up leaving her, you ended up breaking up with her, which is actually the best thing to do to avoid from doing some domestic violence stuff. Instead of just choking her, instead of just hitting her, you just broke up with her, you left her. And that's the best thing that you can do to avoid from getting into trouble for domestic violence. That's really like the best thing that you can do. You know what I mean? Relationships can get complicated. If you look at my last video, marriage is complicated. Like, marriage can get complicated because there's marriages where domestic violence happened, where the husband ended up putting his hands on the wife. You know what I mean? And domestic violence, it still goes on to this day. Like, and also for my ladies too. I know, like, I know, like, when it comes down to y'all loving your boyfriend or loving your husband, he may apologize about putting his hands on you, but he ends up doing it again, and you end up still being in the relationship because you love him. I mean, you don't have to take all of that abuse. I mean, but you still want to still stay in the relationship because you love him. But you don't gotta take all of that abuse though. You can leave him, because at the end of the day, domestic violence is not the answer. And the worst part about it is that some kids be having to witness their mom and dad get into physical, altercations. Some kids have actually witnessed their dad hitting their mom or whatever, or trying to choke their mom. you know and also too, for my men out there, like I know like some of y'all have probably been through this where you witnessed your dad trying to choke your mom and you were just a little boy. You were just a little boy and you didn't really understand. The same thing for my women out there. Some of y'all probably have witnessed it too. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that has been through a lot of stuff. I mean, I have been through a lot of stuff, but not like not like having to witness my parents doing that. No, but I'm just here to help. I'm here to help. I'm here to motivate y'all. I'm here to talk with y'all about something very important because I want y'all to be the best versions of y'all self. I mean, like when it comes down to getting into a relationship, I mean, y'all may say something to each other that you really don't mean. And sometimes it's like that anger, it just takes over. Like, yeah, y'all don't really need to be putting y'all hands on each other because domestic violence is not the answer. I mean, it's just not. And it's actually something to like it's something like hard to discuss. It's something tough to discuss, when it comes down to domestic violence, when it comes down to a woman having to witness a man putting his hands on her. It's just something that's disturbing to discuss, disturbing to talk about. But domestic violence is never the answer. Like if y'all get into an argument or whatever, like my men, I mean, if she pushes that button to the point where you feel like you're about to put your hands on her, or if you feel like you're about to choke her to death, because also know sometimes a woman, she can just slap you. She can just slap the crap out of you, and I mean, just leave her to avoid from you like putting your hands on her. Just leave her. What I mean? It's that simple to avoid from doing domestic violence stuff. I mean, we all have tempers. We all have feelings. Now, me personally, I don't really like. It takes a lot to really make me angry. But yeah, domestic violence is not the answer. What I mean? And another thing too, like when it comes down to relationships and marriages, husband, wives, also know sometimes, you know, like like men can be a little bit controlling. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes down to marriages and relationships, at the end of the day, both of y'all are grown adults. Both of y'all are grown adults. But because of the fact that the woman don't want to listen to you, you want to get into your feelings and get physically and verbally abusive. But I just wanted to talk with y'all about this important topic to let y'all know that domestic violence is not the answer because this is something that still goes on to this day where men be putting their hands on a woman. They hit their girlfriend, they hit their wife, they choke their girlfriend to death, and they choke their wife to death. It's something that still goes on, and it seems to me that it's something that be happening a lot in the black community. There's just a lot of negativity that be happening in the black community, and in the black community, we have to learn how to come together to make our community better. We got to learn how to come together because all of us have what it takes to be bosses. All of us have what it takes to be billionaires and millionaires. But it's just we don't know how to come together. Instead of coming together, we hate on each other, we belittle each other, we blame each other, we kill each other, we hurt each other. We gotta come together. We gotta apologize and make amends. Let's come together. Let's be bosses. Let's be billionaires. Let's be millionaires. Let's get our family out of the hood. Let's provide opportunities for one another. We can do it. But yo, always know that domestic violence is not the answer, no matter how angry you get. My guys, if a woman pushes the button to the point where you feel like you about to put your hands on her, leave her, break up with her. And also, for my ladies, for my women out there, if you the type of woman, that's good to your man, and he doesn't really, like respect you, if he doesn't really appreciate your goodness to him, and he just want to keeps on being verbally abusive and physically abusive, leave him, break up with him. There's more fish in the sea. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share. Love y'all.